Welcome back to the podcast called Tell the World. I'm your host. Are you cold? Are you cold? Well, I'm fucking freezing. It's fucking freezing. It's fucking freezing. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this, guys. I didn't. Like the grasshopper, I didn't prepare for this. You ever heard that saying? Why the squirrel is storing his chestnuts wherever he hides them, the grasshopper keeps having fun. Wee! Wee! Hopping around, playing around, and not preparing for this shit. I didn't prepare. I have all the necessary clothing, but I didn't prepare to wear. This is all over the world with this cold, blizzards, zero temps, freezing temps, just gusting wind, chilling, 9 below, 10 below, Kansas, 20 below. It's just awful. I mean, we talk about, I believe that the forecast in Memphis, they got the winds. I mean, you can't escape this. This is all over. I believe they said 32 to 33 states. I mean, I even have a hometown, -2, wind chill 25, the wind 22 miles per hour. That's Wisconsin. That's fucking freezing. That's what I escaped from many years when I left there. I couldn't deal with the cold no more. You know how your doctor would say, go south and that'll help you with your allergies. Go south, go to Florida, go there and retire and you'll be just fine and you don't have to be in the cold. Not anymore. It's everywhere. It's cold everywhere. You can't escape it. You can't escape this cold. Can you escape it? No. Put on the proper gear. Hats, gloves, scarves, boots, double socks. Do all that. Keep your hands and face covered. I didn't prepare. My face was so achy, frozen. I thought my brain had just stopped functioning. I had no feelings. It gave me such a bad headache. I almost had the sense of feeling dead. Can your brain freeze up and can you have that feeling of feeling dead? Well, that's what I felt yesterday. I think I'm having some of those side effects from it. It's just different. You got, I believe, the airport in Chicago. What airport is that? O'Hare. It's, doing a lot of cancellation of flights. Bad time to be flying right now. Bad time to be flying right now. It's not the cancellations that's the problem. Because it's cold everywhere. That's everywhere. But the risk, is it safe? I don't think so. It's just too cold. Different states got different types of temps. I was seeing how bad Buffalo conditions was, like visual-wise, you couldn't see. I was even hearing that it's not even good to go outside. I believe the state is on a shutdown. The roads itself, period. Atlanta's the same way. Just cold. I remember when I was a kid, we would still try to we would wash our clothes, but just taking them outside and putting them on the line, how they would freeze up That shit used to be funny and unique to me how the shirt would be frozen. And you'd be looking at it like, damn, this shirt is frozen. Now, what if I was in that shirt, froze with that shirt? Just the way the shirt looked it, you can just imagine if you were in it. Stay warm, guys. Keep yourself protected. If you don't need to be out there, don't be out there. It's too dangerous, too much. It's not even worth it. Um, I feel so bad with the people who made reservations to travel, the delays and just waiting, and that's just going to be a big mess. Moving on. I was just reading this post on, what is his name? Orlando Brown? I just came across this article here with Orlando Brown. You guys probably know the guy. He's off the show called That's So Raven. The young man, he has a pretty good acting career, in his young days when he was a kid. He's now, I believe, 34. He's in his 30s now. But life has just really changed for him. Like, it's been real bad, sometimes he's on Vlad TV, and he makes comments about other musicians and actors, and he just says some things that's kind of I don't know if it's true or false, but very interesting when he's speaking. He says some very interesting things. Anyway, he was staying at his brother's home, and he's currently homeless. His brother had to call the police on him. He became crazy, accusing him of raping his wife. And he had a broken knife blade and hammer. A broken knife blade and hammer. This guy is, I don't know. I don't want to call him crazy. I don't want to say that he hadn't had breakdown moments in his life. Maybe he had a breakdown, but his brother had to call the police, and this was in Ohio, I believe. So he's not in a good position right now. They're talking a misdemeanor for him. Didn't know he was homeless, so he's really struggling because of his mental health. Just really struggling. And his mugshot where he's smiling looks a little like the Joker. He doesn't care. We just hope and pray that he gets himself together. I know it's an uphill for him, downhill for him sometimes, because sometimes he seems up and then he's back down. I don't know anything about after you do all these TV and movie things out there within Hollywood, do he receive any royalties for himself? I wonder, because they're saying he's homeless. The brother called it a domestic charge, domestic violence, so they came out there and got him. Very sad that we see people we see on TV. Some people look up to these people, and to see them in jail, arrested, is like a big weird thing. I even saw things on, I believe it was it wasn't an Unsung. I forgot what it was. But, she was talking about her upbringing within Hollywood and how she don't remember everything as a kid. She's got like blanks here and there, and that's understandable. She was a child. And how the business treated her based on as she growed up, still want to keep her in that kid role. And even started complaining about her weight. So Hollywood, Hollywood. We've heard all the stories. We've heard all these actresses who made complaints who are not in Hollywood anymore. We see them in a regular life, and then they start to speak on what they see there. It's terrible, terrible. Um, I don't know how much control you need in your life when you become an adult, where you should be in control of your life, but it just seems like you just lose the grip of your life to where you don't know your direction. So I wonder, how the parents were teaching them and raising them, because mostly parents, they get a lot of backlash for why their kids behave and turn out the way they turn. Suicide, drugs, robbing, killing. Had a professional career. All that just changes as they get older. Somewhere in life, you're not a kid anymore, and you have to find accountability in your life. Take responsibility for yourself. It's a harsh thing to say, but some things you have to keep your emotions out of and catch the message. So don't let it fly across your head. That's anybody. Keep the emotion out. Catch the message. Don't let it fly across your head. It's real important. Emotions will keep you stuck, keep you lost, keep you questioning if you're choosing the wrong emotion. If you are bruising the wrong emotion. Fall on your own sword? Yeah. Those are just some lessons in life. It's a step to getting there. I believe in saying the right words, guiding a person, and not being judgmental on them. We can save a lot of people out there. People who may just look up to you and feel comfortable with talking to all the time. And you may be that person, that guide for them. So sometimes we just need that ear in life, that conversation. Yeah, for that part. Anyway, let's move on to the next subject. A Florida man shoots his girlfriend 15 times because she didn't answer his calls. The Florida cop says a man shot ex-girlfriend 15 times. That is horrible. 15 times because she hadn't answered his calls or text messages, according to the arrest affidavit from a police department. Wow. That's awful. That's terrible. 15. What is a man shooting a woman 15 times because she didn't answer text messages? Was he blocked? Why was he still calling? I don't understand that one. The girlfriend didn't answer his calls, text messages, according to the arrest affidavit. He drove to her house where she was living with her father. He knew that she was there. He knew what time she had to be at work. Oh, he was stalking her. He knew her moves. He knew her schedule. Very sad. Very sad. he told detectives that he pulled into the driveway and confronted his ex-girlfriend. As she was walking out the front door, he exchanged a few words with her before he turned away and started walking back toward the house. Wow. It's terrible. Young domestic violence. Young kids, teenagers have all this bad aggression in them. Angry. Angry for what reason could it be? The young kids are very aggressive, very angry, quick to draw, quick to blow up on you. There's no thought process on thinking. It's just straight to the anger. From what I hear, how they call it, demon time. Terrible, terrible, terrible. The mental health crisis is very high. And the pandemic held a lot of that inside homes because a lot is coming out in the opening. We're dealing with mental crisis of families who have people in families that have mental illness. I myself deal with the same situation. It's real tough on us, especially as parents, to get our kids the right help that we need to give them. Making sure you have the insurance, first of all, and getting that person that help that they need. You can only do your best to try to, help them. Gets a bit overwhelming sometimes. Nobody's perfect, no, but it's just so new to me with hearing that word, mental crisis. People are on the edge. I guess from my upbringing, from where I came from, we're just living in a different time. And that different time, as we grow, we get older, we see the new world of things. That's different from my old world. How it was. Was it like this? It might have been. I might have saw some things that I couldn't pick up on as a kid. But it's a weird thing. Just know it exists. And if you can get that person the help they need, that's a good thing. Sometimes they're not willing to want that help. But you can only say, well, I offered and I did my best. What's next is the question always. And it's bad to get these cases where we hit all these tragic things happening to people innocent that don't deserve it. So if you know anybody with that type of crisis inside them, depression, mental health wise, just try to get them the help that they need. Be that support system for them. You can only do what you can, but don't overwhelm yourself. Sometime in life, we have to learn to let go and leave it into our Creator's hands. So give yourself a chance and don't feel bad. That's how I see it. Are you ready for Christmas? Are you ready for the new year? Are you ready for Christmas and are you ready for the new year? This year has flew by so fast, so fast. But for me this year has been actually good. It's been a blessing. I won't complain. I feel that I have put more effort this year because after the pandemic, it was a little slow. Momentum started to pick up. So I put in more effort, and now I'm getting to the end where I could grade myself. I can grade myself. That's what you should do sometimes. Grade yourself. How you feeling? How you doing? Where you want to be? Where you at? Things that we can, kind of change in our lives. It's always strange because I always wondered, I said, do we have to have negative just to have positive, or do we need positive? But do we need negative to be in our positive? How do we grow if we don't have these negative things around our lives? You got to have hurdles in life, I'm starting to see. You have to have these hurdles in life that's stopping you, halting your life. And it is like a puzzle. You have to figure it out. Don't take too long, but you have to figure it out. So I started just to see more progress this year right here. Putting in the effort, putting in the time. When you start something, it looks like, you're like an amateur, but then you start to see your progress within the months. It all depends on your effort that you're making. Things that you could achieve, things to make a difference in your life. It's going to require your effort. You got to put the effort in it, and you can start to see the results. It's simple. We see a lot of great people give these stories about, how they had their last dollars and they decided to take a chance and things just turned around. But understand that they had already been jumping other hurdles. And then sometimes it gets to a point in your life where you stop, almost about to give up. And something happens, something changes. It could be a blessing or an opportunity that just came to your door. Right time, right moment. Start something, don't give up. Put time in it. It may look like it's not doing nothing, but it all depends on how you want to pursue it more. How you want to direct it this way. It was working this way here, but I could only go so far on that road. Now I have to change that road and take it here now. We're going to take this road here. Things in life that you do to progress, to get better, to show and improve in your life. Just, we get in the rut. We get our down days. But remember who you are. Remember who you are. New Year is coming, and it went fast for this 2022. So, do we need to make New Year resolutions in our lives? Do you believe in that? I know some of us don't believe in making New Year resolutions because I heard this guy saying yesterday, oh yeah, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to do this and do that. And he said, I end up not doing nothing. And I just looked at him, in a humorous way. And I was saying to myself, well, I think it would be what effort you put in your life. Don't put too much on yourself. So for some can handle a lot, some can't. Start small to build that. It takes a little time to get there for some of us. And sometimes it can be a little distracting. We still have our normal life to finance what we're trying to build. But it all depends. Once you start learning your craft and perfecting your craft, getting better at it, then, it avenues you. And it all depends on your networking too. So networking is good. And grade yourself. Grade yourself each month. Just see how you're doing. See how you're feeling. Sometimes we miss that. See how you're doing. See how you're feeling. So as life goes through, we miss all of that with ourselves, and we lose that part of ourselves. We lose ourself. And sometimes we lose ourself in society where we blend in with others. No disrespect to others. But you want to be outside of others. And sometimes you got to put the focus back on you and get yourself back on track. Don't get lost into other things that just blemishes your life, blemishes your career. Blessings do come, but we have to put a little effort into it too. Those changing points in our lives. So keep the faith. Keep going. If you're stuck, then maybe it's time to say, well, you know what? I did all I could do here. So let me avenue it this way now. Time to change route. Time to do a new route in life. New year comes, start over, get better. That's how it goes. Getting better. Put more effort into being a better you. That's anything. Anything that you believe in, that you want to get good at. Keep trying. Keep pursuing. We're going to take a short little break here and we'll be right back. And we're back. So, I had this idea around 2019. I bought this fishbowl. And with this fishbowl, I would, go around town. I would have people to write down a question, throw it in the fishbowl. And if I pick their question out that fishbowl, I'll put it in the podcast. So, I got a question here, and I'm going to stick my hand in that fishbowl. I have about 20 to 30 questions in this fishbowl. And I'm going to fish my hand into the fishbowl. Searching, searching, searching. Okay. All right. I won't give the name, but I'll answer the question. Question is, does hard work pay off? It depends. We're living in a new day and time, and sometimes working for people, you can move up, hard work, and, it pays off, promote you, you can get there. But what's better in life for some of us that put in hard work for ourselves into our own business? Does that pay off? Does it give you a better sensitivity of being proud of yourself? Feeling good that you created something, that you started a business and that's yours. And you've been working and working your ass off to build it, marketing it. That's something to be proud of. But hard work, yes, it pays off. In some cases, hard work doesn't pay off in a lot of places because competition is stiff. That's what I mean about, does it pay off with you doing your own thing? Yes. Versus working for someone and you're trying to compete with others. Competition, the setup. Hard work does pay off, but it all depends. If it didn't pay off, what do you do? Do you feel bad about it and stay there and keep working? Or do you just take your hard work and your experience and you take it somewhere else that sees your value and hire you? Someone that sees that you are a fit for the company. Transfer. I'm leaving. I found a new job. Or creating your own business and feeling proud. Does hard work pay off? It depends on you. Well, guys, we're going to get ready to go. I see he is waving the flag. It's time to end this show. I want you guys to have a blessed Christmas and a happy new year. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. And that concludes Tell the World podcast.